Welcome back to MFO, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Today's the day. We've got the new core tackle, straight shank, weedless wacky shot. We got it in the mail just this morning. We put it in the pool. We can't wait to show you this new bait from Core Tackle. I am so excited to see what it does. And guys, I'm excited to show it to you. Stick around. We're going to get right in the pool and we're going to show you all about this brand new bait from Core Tackle. Welcome back to Mark Fisher Outdoors, everybody. I'm Mark Fisher. The new straight shank Core Tackle Weedless Wacky Shot is here. And I'm telling you, it's better than ever before. This is brand new. Just came out this week. We were fortunate enough to get it and to be able to put it in the pool and get the shots that you need to see how great this bait is. So I'm not gonna sit around and talk very much. We're gonna get right in the pool. The very first thing that you notice before anything is how great this bait skips. You can skip this bait just like any wacky rig. Because it doesn't have the weight forward on the hook and then the worm farther back, and the fact that the weight is right up next to the worm, you're able to skip this bait just like you would any other skipping bait, and you can see how great it just skips across the water. And that is strength number one. What a phenomenal skipping bait. This is the kind of bait that you're gonna wanna skip under docks, skip into laydowns and all of that, and you're gonna be able to do that with this Core Tackle straight shank wacky shot. Now the next benefit, when this bait falls, again, because the weight is put right up next to your Cinco or whatever bait you're using, it creates that extreme or exaggerated wobble. You get that normally with a Cinco anyway, but now it actually exaggerates it because the weight is right centered next to the middle of that bait. And you see how this bait wobbles as it goes down. Now the bait that you're seeing in the pool is the 1/28 ounce size. And the 1/28 ounce size, quite honestly, is almost like having no weight at all. This gives you the same rate of fall or very close to the same rate of fall as a weightless wacky rig Cinco. But it exaggerates the wobble a little bit because of that small amount of weight. And it creates a situation where the bait is falling hook up. Take a look at this bait as it's falling. You'll notice that the hook is towards the surface of the water, which when a fish is coming to bite it, that's gonna put that Trocar 137 straight shank hook right in the top of the fish's mouth, just where you want it. And that, guys, I gotta say, having those Trocar hooks, those needle sharp Trocar hooks in the straight shank, such an improvement. Such an improvement, and I'm so glad that Core Tackle went to those laser sharp Trocar hooks. Hey guys, let me just take a minute while we're looking at the Core Tackle Weedless Straight Shank Wacky Shot to remind you, if you like this kind of content, and we work really hard to get this kind of stuff out to you as fast as possible and as soon as possible so you're aware of it, we hope you'll hit the subscribe button, hit that notification button, and become a part of the Mark Fisher Outdoors community. Let's come back outside of the pool for just a second and show you this bait up close. That's the bait. And you notice now what they've done now is they've put the hitchhiker around the shank of the hook instead of having it come out away from the shank of the hook like they did on the original wacky shot. So now it's around the shank of the hook. That does two things. It puts that bait right there, but it keeps it right up next to the weight. So you've got a situation, and boy, I tell you what, this thing holds baits on forever. So I'm going to just take the weed guard off for a second. I'm gonna center my worm, slide it on like I would any wacky style worm. So I've got it slid on like that. And now all I'm gonna do is twist it onto the hitchhiker. And as I twist it onto the hitchhiker, now that puts that bait right up next to my weight, and it keeps it there. Does not slide down, will not pull off, and I've still got plenty of gap for the fish to get hooked, and that bait is not going to slide up and get in the way of my hook set. I take my weed guard down, and I'm ready to roll. Now that weed guard is made long, so you can either leave it, you can trim it off so that you trim it right to the point, or what you can do, and this is what I did on this bait, is you can actually, I think you can see it there where you trim it, but then put a little bend to it so that it ends up being perpendicular to the hook. And boom, you got that right like that. I think it's easier to see there. So this core tackle straight shank weedless wacky shot comes in two sizes. It comes in the 1/28 that I was telling you about. It also comes in a 1/8. So the 1/8 will give you a faster rate of fall. Like I said, the 1/28 is almost the same rate of fall as a weightless wacky rig. It's very similar. In fact, at first when I was looking at the video, I thought, oh man, I don't know that I can put this in slow motion because it's kind of falling slow enough as it is, but we want you to see the wobble too. So everything you're seeing in the pool is the 1/28, but it does come, as I said, it does come in the 1/8 size too, if you're fishing deeper water and you wanna fish that weighted wacky style bait. Here is the next big benefit to the weedless straight shank hook. I mean, we're talking about the trocar hooks. We're talking about how they've put the hitchhiker over the center of the hook now because it's got that long shank. But look at this bait as it's working around cover. Picture skipping this bait into a big gnarly set of branches and cover and just being able to work a wacky rig Cinco through brush, through sticks, and having it be weedless to where you're not getting snagged. This is really, really cool. I can't wait to get this in the lake and start using this. But I know Matt, Steffen, and Johnny have been working this bait all summer long, and they're telling me that it's phenomenal. They are super happy with this. They were excited to get this out, and I'm super excited to be showing you what it looks like underwater. Guys, thanks for tuning in. We hope you get a bunch of these in your stocking for Christmas. Make sure that Santa's helpers know that the core tackle straight shank weedless wacky shot is what you want to see brimming out of that stocking for Christmas. And if you don't know an elf, then go right to the Core Tackle website and order them yourself. I'll put a link to that Core Tackle website in the video so that it'll make it easier for you to get there. Guys, we appreciate you tuning in. We'll see you again tomorrow for another episode of Mark Fisher Outdoors. Take care, everybody.